Quentin Tarantino genuinely despised how Paul Dano acted in There Will Be Blood 2, and his reasoning doesn't really add up. As a matter of fact, no disrespect, it's piss poor at best. In this recent statement, he says There Will Be Blood would have a good chance of being number 1 or 2 if it didn't have one big giant flaw in it, and the flaw is Paul Dano. Obviously, it's meant to be a two-hander, but it's also drastically obvious that it's not a two-hander. Dano is weak sauce. He is the weak sister. Austin Butler would have been wonderful in this role. He's such a weak, uninteresting guy, the weakest actor in SAG. And I just have to ask, of all things you could have said, why that? Because as we know, Paul Dano is not a bad actor. As a matter of fact, I'd argue he's one of the better actors in Hollywood. So where that even came from is beyond me, especially to that extent. You must really hate the guy if you're going to that extent to explain him that way. Mind you, from what I've seen from Paul Dano in this film, knowing everything that's gone into it, that's better than anything. Paul himself wasn't originally cast in the role, and it took over 3 weeks into filming, and he only had 2 days to prepare. Daniel Day-Lewis praised him for his performance and called him one of the best young actors at the time. So at that point, you kind of just have to ask, does Quentin Tarantino just hate Paul Dano, and that's why he said it? Because if what's shown is actually good, you're just hating to hate at that point. I can understand if you don't like the guy, but like to go to that extent and just slander his name because you didn't think it was good in that specific film, even though it was, is disingenuous. And then to say all that and laugh afterwards because you're serious about it, unbelievable. It'd be different if you were joking, but I don't think that's the case here. I mean, one of the more notable roles that Paul Dano has done is that of Riddler in Batman. And he did that role fantastically. There wasn't anything that stood out like, oh, that's not good. Everyone praised his acting in this. So again, I state, I don't really see where the hate is coming from, and I think it's unrequited at that.